lot of our favorite artists are great rappers, but they don't necessarily put out fire albums consistently.
Hey, yo, Ease!
Yo, what's the deal, fam? It's your man Ease at the Ease Experience. Got a question for y'all. Are we capable as a hip-hop community of having a real talk in an unbiased way? I know we all have our biases, like, naturally, that's just life, you know? You're gonna sway in either direction naturally. But I mean in the sense of, like, when you're not even able to be moved off your square because you're just completely stubborn. What made this question come to mind was I recently did a poll asking who had a better album discography. Album discography, the Clipse or LOX. Now granted, your opinion is your opinion, but to see these numbers and LOX overwhelmingly take the poll doesn't make sense to me, because if you're asking me, I love the LOX, you know, but creatively, as a whole, as a unit, I don't feel as though they've really ever given us that pristine or immaculate project. We Are the Streets, haven't played it in a while. Last time I played it, I walked away feeling like a lot of the production was dated. And their first album, Money, Power, Respect, got some joints on there, but it was a lot of songs on there that didn't typically fit the vein of who they were, but they were versatile enough to pull it off. But I like that project as well. I don't love either one of them. The Clipse got bona fide bangers as a group. Lord Willin', first album, Hell Having the Fury. They came back when the Casket drops. That's 3 albums. I think the LOX may have 4 albums if I'm not mistaken, because they dropped 2 joints post Rough Riders. Let me know if I'm wrong about that, but I think I'm correct on that. But a lot of you started throwing in the mix mixtapes and solo albums. No, when you're talking about a specific focus, like on a poll, if I say albums, we're not talking about mixtapes, because if mixtapes were albums, they would be in the stores or they would have been on sale at that particular time. Those are not albums. We treat them like that because they're near and dear to us, but it's not an album. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about just albums. And if we're being honest with ourselves, Malice, Pusha T, alongside the Neptunes, they take that. I don't understand how anyone could even question that if we just stand within the boundaries that we're given. Now, once again, I know we all have our biases. There has to be a delineation, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've been given so many different variations of LOX that sometimes we forget that when we're speaking about LOX, we're speaking about 3 individuals. We're not talking about solo albums, once again. We're not talking about when Jada and Styles do the in and out joints. That's not what we're speaking about. We're speaking about albums. And in my estimation, just based off the anticipation for this new Clipse album alone could be empirical evidence, in the sense that people are so excited about this because they've always given us quality music. This ain't, because a lot of groups take 10, 15 years off. And if they decide to come back, support behind it is lackluster. But I don't think that fits this criteria. I don't think they fall under that criteria. I feel as though they've known to put out quality music, and admitting that LOX doesn't have better albums than them doesn't mean that Jada, Styles, or Sheik may not be better rappers. I get it. A lot of us are we hold our artists near and dear to us. But a lot of our favorite artists are great rappers, but they don't necessarily put out fire albums consistently, you know? And I don't know, I was just looking at the poll, looking at the stats on that, like, whoa, that can't be right. Either people didn't read the poll question the right way, or they're just stuck in their ways, because there's no way there should be that large of a gap when we're talking about the LOX and the Clipse with regards to who has the better album discography. That's just my take, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what you think in the comment section. What's your favorite LOX album? What's your favorite Clipse album? And if you had to compare those two, which one wins? Is your man Ease at the Ease Experience? I appreciate you all out there. Go get your shit.
Hey, yo, Ease.